Greetings, Elder Blacklight here. Rise and shine. I'm so glad I woke up in time. And Allah gave me back my right mind. From the land of Nod to the kingdom of God. It's time to take control of your mind, body, and soul. You got the kind of flavor that will save you and the kind of knowledge you won't get in college. This is an interview with Prince and Tevin Smiley. In this interview, Prince is going to reveal some things about the government and the music industry. And then I'm going to comment.
Who have you felt most often like in the ring fighting the record industry? Like Jack or the opponent?
Oh, like Jack.
Like Jack?
Yeah.
Tell me why.
Well, because I knew I was right. You know, we talked about this in our very first interview, a conversation together. It's obvious now that artists are supposed to own their master recordings. I mean, in the future, it'll be unconscionable to even think you can take somebody's creation and claim ownership of it. See, unfortunately, this discussion is going to start to barrel into a discussion about the human genome and the DNA and all the rest of it. When it gets there, then we're going to be in the deep water. See, so it's better to start the conversation now before we get into God talk, you know. When I saw the State of the Black Union, Dick Gregory really moved me and a lot of my friends. I show it to everybody that comes over the house, especially white folks, because they need to hear that, you know, so that they know more about all of us, because what he said affects all of us. He said something that really hit home about this phenomena of chemtrails. And, you know, when I was a kid, I used to see these trails in the sky all the time, and so that's cool. A jet just went over. And then you started to see a whole bunch of them. And next thing you know, everybody in your neighborhood was fighting and arguing, and you didn't know why. Okay, and you really didn't know why. I mean, everybody was fighting. So he started riffing about the chemtrails. And he started to say things that hit home so hard. And I would recommend that everybody try to get what he said online or wherever and try to get a copy of it and just listen to it.
Yeah, see, the reason why, you know, I'm bringing back this news right here, because we forget so easily what's happening to us. You know, a lot of us are numb to what's really going on. We call those the 85 percenters. The deaf, dumb, and blind, hard-headed, stiff-necked, sheep-like people, easily led in the wrong direction, so hard to lead in the right direction. It's what's happening now on YouTube, social media, in the news with Nipsey Hussle and it's accused of selling Eric Holder. It is so obvious that it's a government conspiracy and a cover-up. But what's the similarities between Prince and Nipsey is Prince was revealing the chemtrails. And they still, they still doing the chemtrails. But people ain't got numb to that. There's no one protesting about those chemtrails or trying to set up an investigation. There's no hood research on the subject, especially among black people and the brown people. The brown people and the black people have turned into zombies. They didn't quit fighting, especially the ones that's living in the U.S. of A., and being rocked back to sleep. Okay, no one think for themselves. They need someone to think for them. They're so busy trying to feel good all the time. And then when Nipsey get killed, and they show a jacked up video, and you could tell it was a conspiracy. You could look at the orchestration of the setup. So much out of place. So much superimposement on the video, overlay, and the LAPD, they acting shady like a mug. Arresting someone on such flimsy evidence, on a name, somebody dropped a name and they arrest them. And everybody is accusing Eric Holder of the murder before he even had a trial. He's guilty. So the black man been like this all the time. He always guilty. So they assassinate his character before he has a trial. And if they want to make a martyr out of someone, they will do it. Like Malcolm X, Martin Luther King. And if they want to make a demon or a villain out of someone, they'll do that. And the 85%ers of the people, the sheep people, will fall for it. Why you think in the Bible Jesus referred to himself as the good shepherd and the people as the sheep, the flock? Because people are easily led. And he was fighting the Roman Empire, and they crucified him. So they say. I don't believe it, but that's what they say. That's what the public falls for. Well, whatever the government or those that's in control say, the people bow down to it. So, in this particular case, Prince ends up dead. They had a funny circumstances surrounding Prince, but it looks like he OD'd himself off of prescription pills. Same with Michael. We're going to hit that later on. We're going to keep hitting this until y'all begin to do your own investigation. Don't be scared to, I don't care if it's the President of the United States. If the dude is shady, he a crook, you it's the duty of the people to check his ass. Right now, you got a whole lot of shady stuff happening between uh, Trump and Hillary, you know. And y'all haven't, the young, especially the young ones, if you get some people between the ages of, let's say voting age, 18 to 50, 18 to 50, because there ain't too much difference in the mindset of an 18-year-old and a 50-year-old nowadays. If you take a consensus of how they thinking, they're really not thinking. They're just going along with the program, you know. And this is why Nipsey, people like Prince, Nipsey, you got certain artists in the music business that want to be in control of their own destiny. But unfortunately, we all, including myself and some others that's in the music business, that, you know, we think that the only avenue we got to do is get with the system. See, the government controls the music industry. First of all, the government ain't nothing but gangsters. I said this before. You got the Jewish influence and you got the Roman influence. Rome being Italian and the European, not the black Jew, but the European Jew. They all come out the same camp. Germany and Italy and all them, all up in Europe, they're in that same mindset. So stay with me, and you know, we're going to connect these dots. This is Black Light.